In breaking news, it seems that the January 6th pipe bomber has been identified. This might be the biggest scandal and conspiracy in American history, according to Steve Baker. Here, many heroes were involved in bringing this to light. Some we can name in coming days, some who want no recognition, and there's much more to this yet to be told. Who is this person? This is allegedly unconfirmed, but it seems that due to a gate analysis, I'm going to talk about gate analysis, by the way, it was confirmed. It turns out the suspected January 6th pipe bomber, identified by Steve Baker USA, USCP officer Shawnee Kirchhoff, was likely one of the first officers in the Upper West Terrace of the U.S. Capitol Plaza, where police took face shots with non-lethal munitions just minutes after the breach. So this says here, the FBI has released this video with more information that we've gotten in the past 5 years. That's odd, on the January 6th pipe bomber, and are asking for information that may help them identify the would-be bomber. This was from October 23. Okay, they released this video. All right, which was from 2024. But again, it seems that they got a match with a software. I'm going to talk about gait analysis because the way a person walks, it is theoretically possible to do it. I tried like 10 years ago, more or less like around 10 years ago, I dedicated myself to that, but I didn't have the resources, but at that point I just have to quit because I simply couldn't have, I wanted to make my own software for that. I couldn't do it, but it seems that former Capitol Police officer, a forensic match, a computer program that compared the bomb suspect's gait to that of Shawnee Kirchhoff, produced a 94% match to the unique stride of the long-sought January 6th pipe bomb suspect, according to a Blaze News investigation confirmed by several intelligence sources. Well, again, the veteran analyst who ran the analysis for Blaze News said that based on visual observations the program can struggle with, he personally pegged the match at closer to 98%. I'm going to say something about gait analysis. One of the greatest challenges that I encountered, 10 years ago is a long time. We did not have the tools that we have right now. Certainly didn't have the tools that I have right now. Maybe I would have more luck, right, if I did that in the present day. But one of the challenges that I found was the source of the footage, in which, okay, you can have some, the way the body balances from side to side, and of course the way the body balances from front to back as you walk. The issue is if you have different angles, if you have the different terrains, if you have different times of the day, like the gait of somebody can change depending on the terrain. You need you don't need as good as a video for face analysis, because in face analysis you really need a detailed video, and in gait analysis you can get away with pretty low quality footage such as this one. But again, in my experience, and I'm only talking about my experience, 10 years ago, after 6 months or so of really trying to push the boundaries of this, can we identify somebody accurately with videos in different instances? Because that is another thing, because you could have one video which is a shaky phone camera, and the other is a CCTV which is in a completely different angle. Can you really compare the two? And no, I simply couldn't. Perhaps these guys nail it. Former FBI Special Agent Kyle Seraphin realized Friday that he was doing surveillance next door to the woman now suspected of being the January 6th pipe bomber. The FBI put us one door away from the pipe bomber within days of January 6th, and we were deliberately pulled away for no logical or logically investigative reason, Seraphin told Blaze News Friday. And everything about that tells me that they were involved in a cover-up and have been since day one. All right. The forensic study arranged by Blaze News revealed that Kirchhoff is up to a 98% match to the gate of the pipe bomb suspect. The findings were confirmed by several current intelligence sources who viewed the study results. I would like to see the investigation to see what the process of the program is. Just interesting. I'm not saying that this is not legit. I am not neither confirming or denying what the Blaze News are claiming. I'm not saying anything, but if it is confirmed. It's actually a match. Amazing. But again, I would be even more surprised because, yeah, this is actually hard in terms of gate analysis. We have conducted all logical investigative steps. Footage of the pipe bomb suspect walking with a backpack on the night of January 5 was compared to January 6 security video of Officer Kirchhoff in various places on Capitol grounds. That's another thing. You have various angles of the same person. Okay, that's much better. That is you have a lot more data, especially how people's body does the balancing act. Because I remember that when I saw I think that was a documentary about walking, and it was the best definition the walking that I've heard. That walking is essentially a control falling, a control repeated falling forward. That is what walking is, and that's why our body balances is in a such wonderful and beautiful way. The possible solution to the pipe bomb mystery could be far-reaching reverberations. Several officials familiar with the government's investigative efforts said that new work is urgently needed to determine whether there were co-conspirators, which is the single most important thing here, who aided and abetted the crimes, and to learn if federal agencies or employees knew who was involved in the bomb hoax and participated in a nearly 5-year cover-up. That is going to be the bomb, pun intended. Gate analysis software can get accurate results even if the subject is walking at a faster than normal speed. Well, yes, it's that now the speed doesn't matter, because you can just speed up or the footage or speed down the footage. That's no problem. It can also recognize gate on video shot from a long distance. It does not require the kind of video resolution needed for facial recognition, the analyst said. The bombing suspect's head was covered by a hoodie and a COVID-19 face mask on January 5. That really doesn't matter if you can. The problem is that if you can accurately track head movement, because at the same time, if you have a hoodie, it's a bit hard because of the natural wave of our hair. For example, our hairline or our ears or eyes are natural landmarks that you can use to track head movement. But if you have a hoodie, then you have to rely on the top of the head and, a bit not that precise data. But again, this could be huge. This could be huge. I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Power Pundit. Much love and bliss.